sports. It's in the game.
It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The heels, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever, the gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and hold the comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. Thank
The showcase of the best.
The best players the NFL has to offer on one stage. The AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway here in Vegas. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of him. They'll be led out by someone who has proved doubters wrong his entire career. MVP runner-up a season ago, Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate.
And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Hill shedding the tackle. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be a short field ahead as the AFC takes over 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by someone who needs less introduction than any player in the league. A Super Bowl champion, the league's most valuable player for a second time, Patrick Mahomes.
And that's really good field position they were given. Now, nothing's a gimme. We know that. But I know his goal, have the field goal kicker just stay on the bench. They want to put it in the end zone and get 6 out of this one. If they don't, I think it'll feel like a disappointment.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He hits Adams complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. Chubb is into the end zone. Touchdown AFC. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game. How many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And so they run it in on the two-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for two. So now we'll get our second look in this game at the NFC offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the play? And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Here's Hill on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. On second down, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. The AFC with the football here to begin the second quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, a 16-yard touchdown. And the AFC adds on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. At the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Hurts. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 2nd and 10. The man in motion is Brown. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Minutes remaining in this first half of football. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Hill to return it. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The AFC set to take over on offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Now the NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Mahomes now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Steps away to his left. There's a nice move. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll roll him out right. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 7 yards away. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage.
And that's the way to find pay dirt, Patrick Mahomes. Hey, you remember some of the scrambles in the playoffs last year while he's playing on a bad wheel? Oftentimes he's maneuvering just to find a way to throw the football. But last season, 4 touchdowns on the ground, a career high, continuing to develop as a runner, and often finding the end zone these days.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. One final possession for the NFC in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the draw, it's Pollard. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Hurts to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Hurts sets up to throw it. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. There's probably not too much for these coaches to do in terms of X's and O's, but hey, both the to win it. So with that, we'll get you back out for the second half of this year's Pro Bowl. Here's Brandon and Charles.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Hey, 43, 15.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the NFC. And he will take this back. A fumble return for an NFC touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Hurts will throw. Steps away. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. And And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This taken in at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Now 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The AFC punt team out there now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Let's take it inside his own 40. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the NFC back out there. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he will carry this one in. Touchdown NFC. Tony Pollard taking it in from 4 yards out. And the NFC able to get a bit closer. They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The AFC offense making their way back out. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Mahomes now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's the AFC with the football and the lead as we begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. This will be stopped. Shy of the marker. 8 yards. 2nd and 2. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And he will take this back. A fumble return for an NFC touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away.
And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not too... to what went on with their offensive meetings, but Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. That's taken on the 25. The NFC about ready to set up shop offensively. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Throw's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Well, he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete. They'll look to throw again. across midfield inside the 45.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Here's first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Up the middle with Barkley. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. Fighting him off. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on. 2nd down, here's Barkley again.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So add 3, all told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing, and that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. One final try for Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game. And they do win it on the final play. This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively?
One stop.
One stop. I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but
It is.
how do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. Let's just go ahead and focus on the offensive guy. Look what they got done.
Yeah.
They needed to make one play themselves, and they did it.
Yeah, that's the reverse side. It was a heck of a play and a heck of an ending to this script. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt.